Welcome to Star Chat, the premier podcast for all things space and astronomy. I'm your host, Carl, and we're excited to have you join us today. We've got a fantastic lineup of stories to share with you, so let's dive right in. First up, we got some news from the world of private space launch companies. Blue Origin, founded by Jeff Bezos, recently launched its New Glenn rocket, but unfortunately, the mission didn't quite go as planned. After a successful liftoff and booster landing, the upper stage of the rocket missed its target orbit, resulting in the loss of the payload, a cellular broadband communications satellite for AST Spacemobile. This setback will likely delay Blue Origin's plans to support NASA's Artemis program. In other news, United Launch Alliance's Vulcan Centaur rocket has been grounded due to an anomaly with one of its solid rocket boosters. The issue occurred during a launch in February, and while the mission was ultimately successful, it's raised concerns about the reliability of the booster. As a result, Northrop Grumman has taken a $71 million charge to cover the costs of investigating and resolving the problem. Meanwhile, NASA has made some progress on its own heavy-lift rocket, the Space Launch System, SLS. The agency recently rolled out the core stage of the SLS rocket that will launch the crewed Artemis III mission in 2027. The stage is now on its way to Kennedy Space Center in Florida, where it will undergo final preparations for launch. We're also keeping an eye on some upcoming launches, including a Long March 6 rocket from China and a Soyuz Tu-21A rocket from Kazakhstan. And later this week, SpaceX will launch another batch of Starlink satellites from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. We'll be right back with more fascinating space news on StarChat. Welcome back to StarChat. We're diving into a fascinating topic that's at the intersection of technology and healthcare. You might have heard about AI tools being used in medical settings to improve efficiency and accuracy, but have you ever wondered how well these tools actually work? Researchers are sounding the alarm, saying that many healthcare providers are adopting AI technologies without rigorously assessing their impact on patient health outcomes. Take ambient AI tools, for example, which transcribe and summarize conversations between doctors and patients. While they might save clinicians time and reduce burnout, there's limited research on how these tools affect clinical decision-making and ultimately, patient care. It's not just about being accurate, it's about understanding the nuances of how AI influences human interaction and medical judgment. Experts like Dr. Wiens are calling for more studies to evaluate the effectiveness of AI tools in specific healthcare settings, considering factors like bias, cognitive processing, and clinical workflows. The goal is not to halt the adoption of AI in healthcare, but to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly and with a deep understanding of their consequences. As we explore this complex issue, it's essential to consider the potential unintended effects of relying on AI in medical settings. Will these tools lead to better patient outcomes, or might they inadvertently compromise care? The answers to these questions will shape the future of healthcare, and it's crucial that we prioritize rigorous research and evaluation to get it right. Welcome back to StarChat. As we conclude our journey through the cosmos today, let's dive into a fascinating realm that has been shrouded in mystery for centuries, the quantum world. You see, my fellow space travelers, physicists have long been on a quest to unravel the deepest layers of reality, and recently, they've made some groundbreaking discoveries. Imagine being able to bend the conventional idea of causality, where event A can cause event B, but also event B can cause event A, all at the same time. Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? Well, this concept is at the heart of a new theory called QBox, which has been proposed by physicists James Hefford and Carlo Maria Scandalo. QBox introduces the idea of causal indefiniteness, where the order of cause and effect becomes ambiguous. This might seem mind-boggling, but it's precisely this kind of thinking that could help us better understand the mysteries of quantum gravity. You see, our current understanding of gravity, thanks to Albert Einstein's general relativity, already shows us that causality can be relative depending on where you are in space-time. Now, the QBox theory takes this idea a step further by introducing dimensions that become inaccessible to us as we move from the quantum realm to the classical world. These dimensions are not spatial but temporal, meaning they relate to processes that happen backwards in time. It's a complex and abstract concept, but essentially, it suggests that there might be aspects of reality that are hidden from us because we can't access them directly. The beauty of QBox lies in its potential to provide a more complete theory of quantum gravity, one that could unify the principles of quantum mechanics with Einstein's theory of general relativity. It's still early days for this research, but if QBox holds up to scrutiny, it could open doors to new understandings of the universe and perhaps even lead to experimental tests that could confirm or refute its predictions. As we continue our exploration of the cosmos, theories like QBox remind us just how much more there is to discover. The quest for knowledge is a never-ending journey, and with each step forward, we uncover more mysteries waiting to be solved. So, as we close this episode of Star Chat, remember that the universe is full of secrets, and it's up to us to keep exploring, to keep questioning, and to keep pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars.